Hi, hello friends. So welcome back to my channel where we're discussing 10 questions for AZ-900 practice right now. So let's go to the question number first. So the first question is please select an option to fill in the blank below. After creating the virtual machine, you need to change the blank space to allow connections of the TCP port 8080 on the virtual machine. And the options are network security group, virtual network gateway, virtual network, and the route table. And the correct answer is network security group. So let's see the explanation. So network security group is the correct answer. So after creating the virtual machine, it is necessary to set communication rules in the network security group. Network security group default settings do not allow all-in-one connections in layer 4. So changing the network security group rules to allow all inbound connection from part 80/8080 to reach the VM is necessary. Let's see the other options. So the second option was a virtual network gateway, which is incorrect. An Azure Virtual Network Gateway is a VPN device within an Azure Virtual Network that is used to set up a site-to-site VPN connection between an Azure Virtual Network and a local network, or a VNet-to-VNet VPN connection. This is not used for communication control for virtual machine. Option 3, virtual network, is incorrect. A virtual network is a private, isolated network in Azure. It is used as a basic network for deploying Azure resources, such as virtual machines. This is the network itself. It still requires the NSG for communication control. Option 4, route table, is incorrect. A route table is a table of routes that specify how packages are routed through a virtual network. This sets the communication route between networks and is not used for communication control for virtual machines. This question belongs to domain describe Azure architecture and services. Let's go to question number 2. So question number 2 is your company is considering migrating from an on-premises environment to Azure. You need to estimate the cost saving of running your solution on Azure. Which tool is right for you? And the options are Azure Pricing Calculator, Azure Total Cost of Ownership TCO Calculator, Azure Advisor, and Azure Reservations. Let's see the correct answer. So the correct answer is Azure Total Cost of Ownership TCO Calculator. TCO calculator helps us estimate the total costs over time of running your solution in Azure compared to your on-premise data center. For example, you can estimate the cost for 1 month, 1 year, 2 year, etc. when using Azure. Based on this calculation, you can compare the cost of using Azure with the cost of running your on-premises environment. Let's see the other option. So other option was Azure Pricing Calculator, which is incorrect. The Azure Pricing Calculator is a calculator that allows you to estimate the cost of each Azure resource. This is used for detailed estimate of individual services. You can specify Azure resources and set the details such as VM type to estimate the charges, or you can estimate using service units. Option 3, Azure Advisor, is also incorrect. Azure Advisor provides recommendations such as reducing the cost of running Azure virtual machines. Fourth option, Azure Reservations, is also incorrect. Azure Reservations is a service that offers discounted routes on certain Azure services. With Azure Reservation, you can save up to 72% compared with pay-as-you-go pricing. And this question belongs to domain describe Azure management and governance. Let's see the third question. Third question is please select an option to fill in the blank below. Azure services will be available to all Azure users during. So the options are public review, private review, development, and enterprise agreement subscription. Correct answer is public review. The public review, so option services in public review preview are available to all users. All users can evaluate the new features at this stage. Microsoft Customer Support Services will provide support for Azure services during this period, but the normal service level agreement do not apply to these services. Other options are like private preview, which is incorrect. Services in private preview are only available to a limited number of users. Option 3 is development. Development is also incorrect. Services under development are not available to users. And option 4, enterprise agreement subscription. That is a special form of contract that is only available to select users. So this question it belongs to describe you as your management and governance domain. Let's see the question number 4. Question 4 is select yes if the following statement is true, otherwise select no. And the statement is each availability zone consists of a single data center. So the answer is no. The availability zones are physically separate zones within an Azure region. Availability zones are used to protect your application and data from failures and uses that affect entire Azure data centers. Each availability zone consists of one or more data centers with independent power, cooling, and networking. It does not necessarily consist of a single data center. And this question belongs to domain describe Azure management and governance. Let's see the fifth question. Fifth question is select yes if the following statement is true, otherwise select no. Even if Azure's resources are available in all regions, not all regions are available to users. And the options are yes or no, so let's see the correct answer. So the correct answer is yes. Even if Azure services are available in all regions, not all regions are available to all users. For example, regions specifically allocated to the US government are restricted from public use. Azure has several special regions that you can use when building applications that meet your compliance or legal objectives. These special regions include US government Virginia and US government Iowa. They have physically and basically logically network isolated instances of Azure used by US government agencies and partners and operated by approved US personnel. They include additional compliance certifications such as Federal RMP and DISA, China East and China North. These regions are available through a unique partnership between Microsoft and 2021 via net, whereby Microsoft does not directly maintain the data centers. Germany Central and Germany Northeast. These regions are available via a data trustee model whereby customer data remains in Germany under control of these systems. A Deutsche Telekom company, which acts as the German data trustee. And the domain is related to describe Azure architecture and services. Let's see the sixth question. So sixth question is select yes if the following statement is true, otherwise select no. Availability zones are used to replicate data and applications across multiple regions. And the correct answer is no. So the explanation is availability zone in Azure are used to replicate applications and data only within an Azure region. Availability zones are physically separated within a single region to protect your applications and data in the event of a data center failure. Zone redundant services replication. Replicate your application and data across availability zones to protect your resources against single point of failure. That's why Azure delivers an industry leading 99.99% VM uptime SLA in availability zone. Therefore, availability zones are used to used for redundancy within a single region, not for replicating data or applications across multiple regions. The question belongs to the domain describe Azure architecture and services. Let's see the seventh question. So seventh question is what are the characteristics of the cloud that can provide continuous user experience without downtime even when problems occur? So the options are redundancy, scalability, fault tolerance, and load balancing. Second is one is scalability, third is elasticity, and fourth is agility. So the correct answer is redundancy, scalability, fault tolerance, and load balancing. Let's see the explanation. So fault tolerance is the ability of a system to remain available even if one of its components fails. Azure recommends configuring applications across multiple data centers based on fault tolerance principles. Fault tolerance can be easily achieved by using the cloud. The other options are like scalability. Scalability is the ability to manually expend resources in the cloud as needed. Elasticity is the ability to dynamically expend or reduce resources in the cloud without stopping the application. And fourth is agility. Agility is the ability to rapidly deploy and configure resources in response to changing application requirements. And the question belongs to domain. Describe cloud concepts. Let's see the eighth question. So the eighth question is select yes if the following statement is true, otherwise select no. Statement is your company is planning to migrate an application that uses Microsoft SQL Server from an on-premise environment to Azure. You plan to use Azure App Service to build your application and you need to deploy an Azure environment for this. Is it necessary to install and use MS SQL Server on Azure App Service? So the correct answer is no. So then Azure App Service is a fully managed development platform for building, deploying and scaling web apps. This is one of the platform as a service PaaS type solutions. With Azure App Service, users can quickly build, deploy, and scale web apps and APIs without a development environment. You can use .NET Core, Node.js, Java, Python, PHP inside a container running on Windows or Linux. Azure App Service provides a development platform, but it is not a server like your virtual machine, so you can't install and use MS SQL Server with it. When installing and using Microsoft SQL Server, you would use an IS virtual machine. You can develop in collaboration with many Azure resources, such as Azure SQL Database through using Azure App Service. So this question belongs to domain. Describe Azure architecture and service. Let's see the ninth question. So the ninth question is select yes if the following statement is true, otherwise select no. Statement is even if you stop an Azure virtual machine instance, you will continue to be charged for the storage costs associated with the virtual machine. Options are yes and no. So the correct answer is it's yes. So why is that? Because when you start a virtual machine, it goes into a resource allocated state. In this state, the virtual machine is built on CPU and memory allocation, but not for license. When a VM is shut down from the Azure portal, the VM will be changed to the stopped state, and then the user will not be charged for the VM compute resources. However, you have to pay for the data storage disk attached to your VM. And this question belongs to domain. Describe Azure architecture and services. So let's see the last question. So the last question is select yes if the following statement is true, otherwise select no. The statement is the ability to maintain performance during load fluctuation is an example of agility of cloud. And the option is yes or no. So let's see the correct answer. So the correct answer is no. The ability to maintain performance during load fluctuation is an example of cloud scalability. One of the advantages of the cloud is high scalability. Since cloud settings can be changed on the web via the internet, changes such as increasing the number of servers to be used can be easily and instantly executed based on demand. This is called cloud stability. And this question belongs to domain. Describe cloud concepts. So this was the last question of this part of this series and the part 3. So if you like our question, please like, comment, and subscribe our channel. And this will just give us inspiration to upload more and more quiz related questions. Thank you. Bye bye.